Hi guys, and welcome back to my KX Corner. This is my fourth video of my airplane quilt. Most likely my last video for this series, unless I run into some hiccups or anything. So just to recap where we left off last week, we got the entire quilt top done. I gave it a really good iron on all those, ironing on all those seams, and then I got it onto the rails to quilt it. I got the batting on the rail as well. So next step is to iron the backing, which is what I'm going to do here now, and then I'll get the backing put onto the rails as well. This is 108-inch wide backing, so luckily I found something that I really liked that worked well with the fabric that I already had chosen, and so I don't have to do any of the cutting and piecing of the backing, which is going to be super nice. So just giving it a really good ironing here to make sure it's nice and straight so I don't get any kind of waves and things when I'm quilting it. I'm not really going to do a lot of explanation and demonstration on the quilting piece, just because this is the first quilt that I am putting on this long arm quilt rail that I have. So I have done just free motion on my standard machine, but I came across somebody selling their quilt rails, and so it was a Grace frame that has been discontinued, and the gal that I bought it from, so I drove, I think it was 4.5 hours. She drove probably just as far in the opposite direction of me when she got it. So she got it used. She was the second owner, and she bought it just to kind of decide whether or not she wanted to purchase something bigger, which she decided to do. So that means that she put the smaller one up for sale, and luckily I just happened to run across it and I snagged it as fast as I could. So I have had a practice quilt on it since I brought it home, which sadly was probably about 3 months ago. And I've made a couple modifications to it. I replaced the rails on it. So I'm not super knowledgeable. I've played with it with my practice quilt for quite a while. You know, I'd come down and play with it for, 10-15 minutes or so, just to kind of get a feel for it, and then I just haven't really done an actual quilt on it. So I'm looking forward to getting an actual quilt on it and playing with it. I have done just straight stitching quilting, so where I just ran it through straight stitches, and then I actually flipped it and did the opposite direction and did straight stitching. And I've done that a few times. I did do my very first free motion quilting for my grandson, and everybody says it's difficult and they're scared to do it, and it's kind of daunting. And I watched some videos, and there were some people who just made it look super easy, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, because that's just my personality. I kind of like a good challenge, so I thought I'm going to try this, and so I did. And it was hard to get started, but once I figured out, like, I had to have my chair higher so I could see over top of what I was doing, which means because I'm so short, then I had to have a footstool with my pedal on the footstool. Once I got that figured out, it was actually, it's what I call therapeutic. And I say that at work a lot. I work with a software system, and sometimes it's just, there's a lot of repetition, a lot of clicking, and my coworkers very much don't like that, and I kind of do, and I find it very therapeutic, and so it is kind of a joke in our office that I call it therapy. And I discovered that it's a lot like, you know, crocheting or knitting, where you're counting your stitches, and it's just that repetition, and I find it just super therapeutic. And so I found that with the free motion quilting as well. It was just so therapeutic. And then I would load my bobbin, and I would do a bobbin's worth at a time. So I would do a bobbin, and then I would stop, whether that was just stopping for the day or just stopping for a break or whatever it might be, but I would get up and walk away from my machine at every bobbin. And so I know some people say they get kind of stiff neck and shoulders and things like that with the quilting, and so I don't know, I just, like I said, it was very relaxing for me. I just have a hard time with putting all of my time and effort into making a quilt top, and every little piece, like I've put so much work into that. And it's personal opinion, right? To each their own. I just don't feel comfortable then shipping it off and having somebody else finish it when I'm perfectly capable of doing it myself, even on just a regular sewing machine. So that's just, again, that's my 2 cents. Some people prefer to send it off and not have to worry about it, and that's fine too. That just isn't me. I'm kind of a DIY person. I'll do everything I can to do it myself before asking for help, I guess. So anyways, so I'm just ironing the creases out of this fabric, and then I will get it onto the rails. It's looking pretty good. Oh, there's one. So I don't know, I might do a little snippet video of quilting it on that quilt frame. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, because hopefully it's not a stressful experience. Hopefully I find it just as relaxing and therapeutic as you know, doing the free motion on my regular machine. So I don't know. I shall see. So, alright, I think I have this pretty well ironed, so I'm going to go get it on the rails tonight, and then I don't know that I'm going to get a chance to actually start the sewing tonight, or the quilting tonight. I probably shouldn't tonight, just because it's getting kind of late, and then I don't want to, you know, make a mistake, and honestly I could be up till midnight. I might be having so much fun. So so I'm going to stop here. I'm going to pause, get this on the rails tonight, and then I might do a little bit of just video of going through the process of quilting it, but then I'll touch back with you guys again when the quilting is done. We'll need to square up the quilt and then work on the binding. So that's what's next. I'm hoping to have this all done by next weekend, because then we'll be going on our trip shortly after that. So that's where we are. So I will talk to you soon. See you over at the quilt reel. Okay guys, so an update on the quilt. I'm having some difficulty with the machine that I have on the frame, and so unfortunately I'm going to have to just pause, and I'm not going to meet the deadline. I'm significantly behind now. I did spend a couple hours yesterday picking out some of the stitching, so which I'll be honest, guys, it's kind of therapeutic, really. I mean, nobody wants to have to pick out their stitches, right? But just the process of it, I don't know why things like that I just find just to be kind of therapeutic. I just can just zone everything out, focus on what I'm doing, and just let my mind kind of go where it takes me, you know, just that mindless task, I guess. So anyways, this is where I'm going to end for the week, and I'm going to take the machine in to get serviced. I think that's probably going to be a couple of weeks before I get it back, at the earliest, is the way I understand. So we shall see. But I've got other projects that I can work on in the meantime, and I'll kind of keep you posted as things progress. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. And I will check back with you guys later. Thanks. Bye.